Here's a piece of me to chew on.
Hey everyone, welcome to Peace of Mind. Last week we talked about the fact that everything has changed. I started talking about the importance of formulating and expressing ourselves and shaping who we are. So what does all this fancy talk mean? What does this come down to? Well, it comes down to deciding to start inside of yourself instead of starting with your parents and your friends and your teachers, etc., etc., etc. So it starts with going back to your needs. It starts going back to your joy, your lust, your will, your wishes. And what can you do here to kind of get a better grip of all these things? Actually, use words. Use words. Look at things like color, temperature, shape, anything to describe who you are, what you like, what you desire, what you want, what you wish for. Why is this important? Because this is how you get to know yourself. This is you presenting yourself to yourself, going, hey, hi, this is me. How am I doing? This is very, very important. If you can do this, then you can learn to be honest. Why is this important? I mean, we live in a world where lying seems to be, in many ways, a very important and natural kind of skill in social life to great deals of people. So why would being truthful and honest matter? And even, the fact of knowing when you're truthful and knowing when you're lying, making that difference. Why would that matter? It matters because if you shape your identity, if you shape the individual you are in the way you really relate to everyone around you and in the way you go about doing what you do, well, if all that's created from outside you, who do you think is going to get all the consequences of what you do? You are. You are the one who gets all the consequences of your own actions. So if you have built a whole person and started doing all these things as a reaction and as a continuation of this thing that is you, that you've built from what other people believe of you, what other people expect of you, what other people want from you, what other people dream of, well, you're not going to get your consequences. You're going to get their consequences. And of course, you're not going to be really happy. They're going to be really happy because they're going to feel great because they've identified with you and they've placed a whole persona on you and you've kind of agreed to it, but it's not your consequences. You are getting the consequences of other people, and it's not very satisfying. So if you go about doing that, then you're gonna run and you're gonna run, but you're never really gonna get there. Inside this sentiment we were talking last week about change, we look at the fact that everything has changed. Now this can also be a little bit disheartening, if nothing is static or constant. Does that mean that there is no meaning? I mean, then if there's no permanence, then nothing matters. Well, to a certain level, nothing does matter. We live, we're born, we live, and then we die. It's kind of pointless, if we look at it in a raw, kind of materialistic way. But this is why we try to fill this time space, this ever-changing time space, with quality of life. And quality of life comes from knowing, comes from finding a center of observation, a center of enjoyment, a center of participation. Of course, I'm not reinventing the wheel or coming up with or making up with any of this stuff myself. All these things I'm talking about is many, many thousand years old wisdom. In the yogic tradition, this is the core of learning to live. In the first part of yoga, we learn to define ourselves. We learn to reconnect with our bodies, and we learn to put the mind and the body and the world around us together. And basically that's what we're going to be spending a lot of time in a bunch of different episodes coming up. We're going to do breathing techniques. We're going to be doing several Kundalini yoga techniques. We're going to be doing a lot of techniques that actually work to help stabilize and go through different strong emotional phenomena and stuff that you will probably meet along the way. So we're going to go slow, and we're going to keep talking about this, because basically what peace of mind is all about is, well, peace of mind. It's about trying to find a way to enjoy our lives a little bit more. So basically that's today's episode. Share, like, comment, and we'll see you guys again next week. Take care. Alak baba sir shandirag.
'Cause you want